There's nothing quite like a do not enter or employees only sign on a door to really pique our curiosity, because we love that inside story. We love to get behind the scenes. So when Patrick Murphy had the opportunity to explore the innards of the Fox Theater, well, that was something we just couldn't turn down.
So here we are on the Fox stage. Shall we do a little song and dance, or just do our Easter parade? Oh, you dance. Okay.
Badly.
Hey, do it, Patrick. And look at the view that everyone gets when they're on this stage, and you look out at 4,500 seats.
Any place built in an architectural style called Siamese Byzantine has to be something out of the ordinary. And St. Louis's Fox Theater is the embodiment of why just do it when you can overdo it. Built in 1929 as one of the last grand movie palaces, it straddled the era of silent film, talkies, and vaudeville, when Grand Avenue in Midtown was St. Louis's Great White Way. But behind the glamour, glitz, and griffins, there is a world most of us never see. The nitty-gritty working world of show business.
I wish I had just $1 for every time I've walked through here to get onto the organ console and ride it up into the theater.
Stan Can is as much a part of the Fox as the mighty Wurlitzer has been playing here since 1951. And for more than half a century, he's been maneuvering through the tight spaces beneath the stage to get to his instrument.
I have to be careful that I step down on this step. Now there's the back of the organ console. See? This organ is on its own elevator, you see. It's separate from the orchestra pit. The orchestra pit goes up and down separately, and the organ console goes up and down separately on its own elevator. So when I have to be very careful that I just take my time, get over here, and then get my bottom over here on the organ bench. Now you do the same thing.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay. There. All right. Okay. Now let me get further over.
Have I got a seatbelt?
No, you don't. Not allowed.
Okay, now.
Now you want to start up. You're pretending you're playing. Press the top button. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. See? And it's smooth. You don't have to put your finger on it.
Now you said you can't hear what you're playing while you're coming up.
But leave go of the button now. Yeah, because you'll go through the roof. You don't want to do that. Here's what we have to do before we can even play the organ now. And these are two of the biggest blowers ever to be put on a Wurlitzer. These are the original motors that were put in 1929 when the organ was installed. And they put 50 pounds of air up. Now watch when I push the button over here on the wall, what it does.
So this provides the air for the pipes.
Right.
From the basement, the air rushes to a series of rooms on the 4th and 5th floors, driving all kinds of music and noise-making devices.
Now this is just one of the 8 rooms. There's 8 of these rooms. And of course I'm just taking to the ones that are the easiest to get to. These are the various pipes that speak different instruments. Trumpets, flutes, all different instruments. But if you want to see the percussion, we have to do this.
Filling a labyrinth of small rooms are drums, gongs, buzzers, even a Model A Ford Auga horn. So at the touch of a button, the mighty Wurlitzer can produce sound effects and music. Today, the Fox features all sorts of performances, including concerts and Broadway shows. But one room, quite off the beaten path, is a reminder that it started out as a movie palace.
Here we are in the projection room, where we have our old 35 millimeter carbon arc projectors over here that actually use carbon arcs. Look at the view of the auditorium from here. You're right up at the chandelier. You're looking down at the stage. I think it's a great view. This is really an antique. There are very few theaters that have their original Brenograph still in place. What this is it does atmospheric effects in the auditorium with like little slide things that go in it. And so if you did stormy weather, they could put clouds across it and do lightning. I don't know of any other theater that still has their 1928 Brenograph still in place.
If you conquer your fear of heights and the dark, You can find some pretty interesting views from the catwalks and ledges high above the auditorium. 80 feet above the stage is a grid with a system of pipes and cables that allows the stagehands to fly in equipment, props, and scenery.
So this is a completely different view that nobody gets to see. And
But the best view just might be from a walkway hidden from theatergoers more than 100 feet above them.
You can walk all the way around the auditorium on this. You have a really beautiful close-up view of the chandelier and of the proscenium arch.
And if you get to thinking this place couldn't possibly have another room, passageway, nook, or cranny, you'd be wrong.
So you get these little doors just off
Little
to
doors
the-
that go somewhere.
And though the public never sees it, the stairwells and halls connecting the Fox's many dressing rooms are covered with autographs, words of wisdom, and artwork by the performers and theater companies that visit this incredible place and are so impressed that they want to leave some piece of themselves behind.
It was in 1983 when Tony Orlando and Rita Moreno played a double bill at the Fox. And one evening, they decided to sign the walls. And they're right here. Here's Rita and here's Tony, 10/23/83. And this started our tradition of everyone signing the wall, or with Broadway companies of an artist that travels with them doing murals, and everyone in every cast signing the wall. But this is where it all started, and I love it.
Throughout its long history, St. Louis's Fox Theater has delighted the public with all of the illusions that show business can provide through music, dance, drama, and motion pictures. And though our focus may have been on the stage and the screen, there is to this theater far more than meets the eye.